ready to show us what they're capable of as we're moving into our first game of top 8.
Of course, starting off, we're back to our favorite stage in the whole world that we never really get to see, of course, Apocalypse. But I gotta say, let's take a look at the lay of the land right now. Laura's on the Kaya, Kyna rocking the Luke. We saw a lot of crossplay in Europe, especially towards the later end into the grand finals. And
First build, though, I think.
True. But Juniror on that Olgrim, also pretty, seen a lot of Lance and Axe today. But I have to say, the most interesting choice out of all of these is Lily on the Bodvar. And Lily loves to play Bodvar, but we have not seen Hammer at all.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I was about to correct myself. It's not that we haven't seen Bodvar, it's that we haven't seen Hammer, period. Now, if that's for a good reason or not, you know, Lily is about to show us. So far, it's looking pretty good. They're sticking to that sword a whole lot more, though, with great success, but they have the hammer in hand now. I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do.
And up until now, Loris has not had an opportunity to set up anything with either the bow or the spear. Luckily, though, Kyna's there to kind of help alleviate things just a little bit. Both the blue team now down to their second stock, but Loris is in deep, deep trouble, potentially. Starting off now on their final stock of Game 1.
Starting off at stock 1 here, indeed. Loris is going to have to be a little bit careful here. You see Lily is trying to commit onto Loris. Now with the hammer in the hand as well, this is starting to get dangerous. We're seeing these nairs flying. Maybe, maybe it's time for this hammer to shine.
Absolutely great setup from Loris there, keeping Juniror into the air. Lily tried to follow up to get rid of Loris' position, but it didn't work. Lily does fall, and so does Juniror. Kyna, through all of this chaos, has not lost their second stock yet.
Kyna doing a very, very good job sustaining that stock for sure, and it looks they're showing no signs of stopping, and that's the that's the first proper 2v2 combo, almost sending Lily out of this first game here. They are very, very fortunate to still have this stock, and they're gonna make good use of it as they take Kyna down. Still, again, they're blessed with not getting knocked out.
Oh, that recovery was a little dangerous. Laura's now probably safely one signature away from going down in game number 1. Has made this final stock work so well, but another recovery keeps Laura's in the game and never falls. A double KO from Kyna. How many KOs was that? 5?
Please tell me we get a graph, because this went from being like 100% dominant to like completely even, and like seeing at what point those two graphs meet each other. I don't even think we have enough time for that. These guys do not care about our graph, Kag. They just want to play the game.
Can we get like a transparent overlay on top of the gameplay? That'd be really cool to see. But at the end of it, Laura's, I really feel like, turned it around at that second stock. They had a really shaky start to this series, but was able to turn it around once Kyna just started taking that onus of the pressure onto themselves. Really impressive to see. Love the anti-aerial spear gameplay that Laura's was bringing out. But now going into game 2, I want to see a tempo adjustment from blue team. I want them to operate faster, play more into those 1v1s, and now we're seeing that come to fruition at least a little bit, and Kyna's taking a lot of damage.
One thing I'm noticing so far here, just from the first 25 seconds of the game, is we're seeing a lot of separate 1v1s.
Yes.
We are not seeing it. I don't, but you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe we've actually seen a single 2v2 combo so far. These are just, actually, there's a conversion, but you know, compare that to first game, this is a very isolated game that we're playing.
No, I think right now Red Team is just banking on the fact that they can isolate these 2v1s once one player goes down. It was a big benefit in these early stocks, but now again, it's back to 1v1 city. Population, well, I guess you could say 4. But Laura's unable to make that recovery, still maintaining that first stock longer than last game. But now everyone's down to the even 2 stock line. This is a lot better for Red Team in game 2.
For sure, and they are not going to be able to find that much damage while the other team tries to get themselves a weapon. But they did find a little bit. They are getting closer and closer to getting knocked out here, though. There's the first one. It's actually going to be a team KO. Lily taking down a Juniror there. Oh, man, oh, man.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Loris is way far away near the brimstones of Apocalypse and falls. it's still somehow even. Lily's been putting in so much work in this second game. Up in the air, wildly swinging, nairs, dares, sares, whatever airs you want. Lily is there for the coverage.
Lily is indeed there, and they are still very, very healthy. They are going to be losing that stock, but they still have an entire stock completely healthy to go. They're on that sword, and they're ready to put in the work. It's all dependent on Juniror not getting knocked out early here, and they're able to find the 2v2 combo. That's not going to... They're not going to be able to find the KO, but that's so much damage.
I loved the sides that Kyna had brought out, just eliminating Juniror temporarily. Tried to enable the 2v1 against Lily. Unable to find the follow-up, though. There's a missed neutral sig coming out from Lily in the revenge run. But it's now deep red for everybody else. It's all down to this next setup, but no! What could have been the final hit? The final Sair was shut down by Juniror. An ultimate sacrifice, and Lily trying to crawl their way back up to the ledge, just barely evading the gravity cancel neutral. And there it is. Down sig comes out from Lily. Laura's up into the air. Side airs not connecting at all.
Oh no. Oh yeah, that's it.
Combo.
That's it. Great combo. See, that's the thing. Kyna and Loris, they don't mess that up. Your first mistake will be your last mistake in a 2v1 situation whenever you're entering top 8 keg. More often than not, at least.
You know, even though we've seen Red Team take the first 2 rounds, I'm still really impressed with the stage control that we're seeing from Juniror and Lily. And I think that's only going to get better now that we see Juniror move away into the Pearl pick. So now you have Spear for coverage, you have a little bit more setup time with the bow, and going to a stage like Demon, that's going to enable the Kaya picks even more. So even though Laura's had a bit of a shaky game 1, had a much better game 2, I'm expecting this to be the Juniror Laura show for game 3.
I am keeping my eyes very, very closely on Lily here. They have had great maneuvering throughout this set, and the hammer... I've got to say, I'm loving the hammer. Look at this. Look at them just flying, soaring through the sky, throwing out these aerial moves.
I like the hammer, but I know the hammer's in a bit of an odd spot right now when it comes to the meta, but the signatures, maybe I'm wrong, Polly. Look at that double follow-up. We had seen the unarmed recovery send Laura's away, but now with the sword, the skating side stick into the side air collapses Red Team.
Beautiful execution. They might not have the best circumstances going into that situation, but the execution was flawless. Not a single mistake within the time span of like 10 seconds from Juniror and Lily. And that's what's allowing them to find these efficient KOs and get ahead of Loris and Kyna. Something that they're having a very hard time pacing against.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that too, because pacing has been a difficult option for Blue Team in the last 2 rounds, but this time, having a bit of a bigger stage, having a Legend swap in tow, seems like pacing's a little bit slower.
Okay, that's last stock.
Benefiting Blue Team so much! And Laura's, like you said, down to their final stock.
Juniror going to the underworld and back to find that spear there, while Loris was like in the what do you call it? In the magnifying glass. That's insane.
And Loris is playing a dangerous game. Ledge guarding, Juniror. The setup there from Kyna, the gravity cancel, D-Sig, so clean. Wow, I just love these 2v1 setups that Loris and Kyna are bringing out. And although there are newer team composition, you would be able to tell just watching this.
I love how well they have the 2v2 combos down. With surgical precision, you can tell by the way that they are executing them that they are not stressed out whatsoever. They're just like, you know, they've inputted all of these combos thousands of times before, and there it is. Loris and Kyna with another game.
And it's one of those series, again, where you look at it and you say, oh, it's a 3-0. It must have been a stomp, but not really, no. I feel like more of the criticism that you and I had were more on Loris and Kyna. And a lot of that did have to come down to game number 1 with probably a lot of unfamiliarity and maybe even nerves with this new team combo going into the top 8.